Peace to you. My name is Reverend Dr. Masia Evans, and I welcome you to First United Methodist Church, here in the heart of bustling Midtown Sacramento. We are an inclusive community that values justice and always seeks to practice love first. I pray that this message will be meaningful to you. On this Christmas Eve, we are indeed gathering with a sense of joy and anticipation, maybe even, if we're honest, a little bit of weariness and tiredness from all the running around that seems inevitable as we try to get ready for the big day. Even right now, I'm nursing this headache that is being very stubborn. So there's all the challenges that we are facing, not just for today, but the challenges that we are facing, be it in our personal lives or the things that are happening, Lord knows, the things that are happening in our country, the things that are happening around the globe. And because of that, it is indeed a good thing that we are here together in this evening to pause, to remember, and to find a sense of renewal within our souls. Now, I said that whole thing about our mouths in the O position, so I will not be too long tonight. Lord knows we have a lot to do. But I want to begin, as I usually do, by sharing with you the words of Howard Thurman in a poem entitled Christmas Returns. He writes, "Christmas returns as it always does, with its assurance that life is good. It is a time of lift to the spirit, when the mind feels its way into the commonplace and senses the wonder of simple things like an evergreen tree or familiar carols or merry laughter. It is a time of illumination when candles burn and old dreams find their youth again. It is a time of pause when forgotten joys come back to mind and past dedications renew their claim. It is a time of harvest for the heart, when faith reaches out to mantle all high endeavor, and love whispers its magic word to everything that breathes. Christmas returns as it always does, with its assurances that life is good." This poem begins by saying that, again, Christmas returns as it always does, but I think the question remains for us on the cusp of its return once again. What does it mean for us this night, at the end of this year of 2025? Now, I see some children here. For me, it was simple when I was young. It meant prepping to receive gifts. It meant seeing the lights arrayed on Constitution Plaza in downtown Hartford, Connecticut. It meant late night church services. It meant my parents fussing around food preparations and whispering in suspiciously hushed tones. And again, it meant gifts, like getting new toys like my Generation 1 Jetfire, which I still have in my office. Thurman uses word magic, and it seemed like magic to see how the world kind of transformed around me, like toys like Optimus Prime, leaving me in prime optimism with Whoville-like rhythms of cheer while being steered to learn Grinch-held lessons about growing our hearts. I remember how embracing the beauty of that lone bald ornament on Charlie Brown's sad tree tempered against my childhood instinct for greed. And I learned that I'll shoot my eye out, kid, with the Red Ryder BB gun. Never stick my tongue on a frozen pole, it's just not wise. Again, those are lessons learned from A Christmas Story, played on endless repeat on TNT or TBS. I don't know if I'm the only one who got to see these. But now, as I've matured, Christmas has grown to become so much more. In fact, they've grown to become what those Advent candles represent. In fact, Christmas is about hope, the hope that disrupts the sense of inadequacy and fear. It is a hope that dissipates insecurity and fear. It is a hope that is a light beyond ourselves, but also for our family and our community and all people everywhere. And even in this modern day time of Herod, where would-be narcissistic kings who self-grant themselves as great, again gaudily gilding their ego-driven agendas like false golden calves to a lesser God. Hope is knowing that our God is always greater and finding strength in not giving up because God has not given up on us. And even when it appears grim, hope is being reminded of those within that great cloud of witnesses that is cheering us on until that blessed good day when swords will be turned into plowshares and when justice and joy will reign for all people and when burdens are laid down by riversides and war need not be studied anymore. And Christmas has become about the peace that settles troubled souls, especially in those moments when entropy within society seems to reign and everything appears to be falling apart. Like John the Baptist in that jail cell, longing to see a little bit of light shining through those bars, wrestling with his own doubts about whether the way of Jesus is truly the way of liberation. But peace is knowing that even when the moment feels imprisoning, there's power in being purposeful and passionately pursuing a justice that surpasses the pervading politics that pollutes, a power that rises above the reckless roils of riotous, unrighteous governance. And if we dare to look up, we may even see the angels still proclaiming, as they once did to that shepherds in that Bethlehem night, a peace that shines and leads us to a place wherein lies shalom, a place of communal completeness, a place of home, a place of wholeness, and a place where all people can know, as W.B. Yeats said, that surely a revelation is at hand, and in this we can trust the transformational truth that we are ever in God, and God is in us. And Christmas is about joy, a joy that allows us to know that if we're talking about Jeremiah or any of those prophets are old, or Joseph being visited by an angel in a dream, or our very own Todd or Phoebe, all of us are called in our own unique and special ways. And there's a joy in saying yes to that thing that has already said yes to you. And Christmas is a joy of family, the joy of friendship, the joy of memories, and the joy of returning traditions, the joy of the good news of the gospel that is liberation to those longing for freedom and inclusion, the joy of remembering what Nikki Giovanni said, that touching lives is the true revolution, and the joy especially when fighting for the immigrant and the refugee and the least of these and the faces at the bottom of the well. It is a joy that says that we are not defined by the messiness of these present circumstances, but by the stars that reflect our divine imprint. And finally, Christmas is about love, period. A love supreme like a John Coltrane classic. A love like Miss Lauryn Hill's lyrics. A love like what the Beatles used to sing about. All we need is love. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, y'all know it. A love that is the first and the final word in everything that we say and do and celebrate during this time. It is a love that is available to all people with unconditional grace that is prevenient, present, abundant, and even extravagant. Christmas is about a love that, as Bell Hooks reminds, is a choice that can transform hearts and minds and resist systems of oppression and separation and make spaces for those in need. She goes on to say that love is bringing people together in connection and in community such that we begin to see ourselves in each other. And Christmas is about that particular love that leads us to listen to an angel's direction in our moments of indecision and doubt, like Joseph in that dream long ago, staying open to what may seem improbable and dang near impossible. Finally, Christmas is about a love as simple as a birth of a little baby, an incarnation of God's presence, a babe born in the back area of Bethlehem in present-day Palestine from a poor teenage girl named Mary, a girl who said yes to God's call though she lived in occupied lands 2,000 years ago, a baby who will grow up to be a man of 33 years and whose ministry of love became so potent, so revolutionary that it defied death itself, and now lives resurrected anew in communities that gather 2 millennia later, just like our very own on this, the Christmas Eve of 2025 in Midtown, Sacramento, California. This love is the true gift of this season. As I begin to close, I would like to come back and paraphrase Howard Thurman once again. He says, "May the spirit of Christmas be expressed in the sharing of one's graces in a world in which it is all too easy to become callous, insensitive, and hard. For once this spirit becomes a part of your life, then every day is Christmas, like a new sun rising, and every night, just like tonight, is," his words, "freighted with expectancy, leading to a dawning of a fresh and perhaps holy adventure." You know, tonight my prayer is simple, that our Advent waiting will be wedded to the magic that is the season of Christmas. I pray that God, or Emmanuel, will be with us on our holy adventures, and that this night will serve as an invitation to allow the Spirit of Christ to be born in us such that it brightly radiates as a light of hope and peace and joy and love for all people. May it be so not just for tonight or even tomorrow, but for every day of the year. Amen. Amen. Thank you for watching. To get further connected, you can always join us in person at one of our weekly worship services, which meets every Sunday at 10 a.m. here at 2100 J Street, Midtown, Sacramento. Or for more information, you can click on one of the provided links, which is also posted in the description. Thank you for being a part of this community. And always remember, put love first. Peace.